Hi folks, so I had a catastrophe the other night. Heard a loud snapping sound. I had a tank that was here. Suddenly it developed a big massive crack and started to leak water. Disaster, total disaster. Worst case scenario, it was a tank similar to this one where, let me show you, the front of the glass and the sides of the glass are one piece, and it cracked right down the middle. No clue why it did it at first, but then I realised that my water levels aren't level. My tanks are leaning back a bit. The cupboard I've got them sat on is leaning back a little bit. So this is post-disaster after the tank in the middle has been removed. Saved all the fish. Luckily I've got a few aquariums, so they're happy. God bless them. So I thought about, how do I level up this situation? So first thing I did was remove most of the water from this tank, and it's all going to go back in. It's in this big wine fermenting tub. Only a couple of fish in there, and I've left about 1.5 inches of water in there just to take the weight off. Right, some mess under here because there was a water spill, so forgive me. Right, what I did, because I didn't want to take the aquariums off altogether, because that's a nightmare. Look at that, I've got mould growing there and everything already. It's only like a day later. That's how wet it all got. I've got an adjustable leg for like a kitchen cupboard. And what you can do is you can grab that part of it there and righty-tighty, you can slowly increase the height of that leg. And I put a bracket above it onto the inside of the cupboard, and as I've lifted the cupboard up, I've put wedges underneath. So I'm almost level. This is post-disaster, so I'm in a sorry state of affairs. It's almost level. So this is what happens, guys, when you don't level your tanks. Not quite sure if this is an old English Victorian house, if the floor has settled a little bit under the weight of the water. At about, well, let's work it out. 20 litres in that shrimp tank, 40 litres in the tank that's gone, and about 30 litres in that tank, so there's a lot of weight there. And I'm wondering if in this old Victorian house that the floor supports might have been a bit soggy in places and have slumped. But what I want to share with you is this nice way of levelling up an aquarium stand with your aquariums in place. You're going to need to drain off the water. You can see in this tank here, I've drained it down to, that's about 1 inch. And the same water is going to go straight back in. So it's like a screw jack. So that's a leg from like a kitchen cupboard, a bracket. I think it's important to get a bracket that's really solid like this one. You see how it's got those folds in the metal. Otherwise, when you put your spanner on this part and do the righty-tighty bit, it's not going to be able to lift it. You're not going to be able to twist it. If anything, you're putting more pressure on your floor. And if your floor's bad, it might give way. So I'm kind of like thinking, is my floor bad? Could be. 150-year-old house. I'm sure when I put these tanks in, they were level, but that was about 12 years ago. But anyway, if you need to adjust an aquarium to get it level, Once it's in situation, take the weight of the water out, put a solid bracket on, put an adjustable chair leg on there. You're going to need a good grip, good solid spanner. Hello, I'm a good solid spanner. And obviously twist it, raise it up, and as you raise it up, you're going to need to put some sort of wedges in there. So I've knocked some wedges in there. My next step is going to be to get it perfectly level, and then I'm going to cut a piece of wood and I'm going to pin it so that the weight's distributed evenly across the base of the floor there. Hope that helps you guys sometime. Happy fishing.